I have a quick question that I will lay out something for you, I hope. I was talking to, and I've heard this off and on over the, we've been around 35 years last Sunday. Isn't that amazing? But I was talking to a guy, and he was telling me that he, something like, he know God because but yeah, he doesn't have perfect peace, but he know God because he took he has a master, a person he called master. Anybody call a person master? You don't have any masters? Yeah, when I used to work the cotton field, when my master said he was sick, I was like, yes, master, we sick. What happened was, he said that he'd been seeing this Shaman religion, right, Nick? Shaman?
You said it correctly. Shaman, yep.
Shaman, you know what that is? Everybody know what that is. And what they teach you how to find God, but you have to be high. You have to take drugs. And when you're high, they say you experience God. You get to know God while you're high. Anybody ever done that? Oh, good, because I want to understand it more. They get high and they have this experience. Something happened while they are high off Sherman. And when you come down, you're calling him master because you feel so good. Did you have a Sherman?
Yeah.
You had a Sherman?
Yeah, I was in Texas on the Apache Reservation. I did ayahuasca, and that one was intense.
But the Indian people have been high for a long time.
Yeah, it was like
That's
6
why
hours.
the white man took the land. They were high.
Yeah, it was like a 6-hour thing. It was intense.
And did you see God?
I didn't see God, but I was able to like detach myself from the ego, and I got to see where the ego was playing me. Like I was just, I literally had a master. Like I was just a puppet because I was being controlled by emotion, by everything. And once the ride is not good in the beginning, but then once you start going deeper into what would you call it? You could say the high. You start seeing that what you identify with is no bueno. Like it's no good.
Wow.
But the shaman was guiding me through like the whole thing.
And you call him master?
No, I just call him shaman.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was
mess.
intense. But the ayahuasca one was the worst one. Not worst, but it helped the most. And I did have him guiding me vocally, and but I did feel a presence that felt way bigger than I was. And I don't know if that was God or not, but it.
No, that wasn't God.
Okay.
God don't help high people. What did you think about that when you heard what they just said about why they did that? Have you ever done it?
I have not, because to me, I think it's all that new age, everything is I guess it's a form of deception from the devil, and because the devil masks up, pretend he's God. And so when you're on those types of substances, it leaves you in a vulnerable state. Based on what the experiences I heard, it seems like they were removed from whatever there is their consciousness, and allowed themselves to be manipulated by these evil spirits. Because if we were supposed to do that, then Jesus would have taught us to do that.
Instead, he said, let no man teach you. I will send you a teacher. And we have a teacher inside of us. And most people don't trust that teacher at all.
Correct.
They always look on the outside for a teacher.
Correct.
Amazing. Nice. So I won't ask you if you got high off Sherman.
No.
Okay. Nice. I remember once, long story short, I was at a party, and I had been smoking weed. That's about it for me. I was too insecure to smoke anything else. And they gave me some, they're like, hey, Jesse, you want some windowpane? Who know about the windowpane? Let me see all the drug addicts. Oh. You took windowpane?
Or a close relative, yeah.
Right
LSD,
on.
we're talking about. Yeah.
Even the Jews get high.
Yeah. I'm actually a recovering drug addict, so. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so a windowpane is a little thin piece of paper. It's like really, and it melts on your tongue. And it has acid on it. And then just put it in and it melt. And once it melts, you start tripping. Everything look different. And I was out in the backyard at a party, and they had these little frogs, like, frogs. You know how in some yards they put little floor and snakes and things. And so I'm sitting there having fun, and all of a sudden the window pane started to work. And I look around me, and the frogs are moving, and the throats were moving, and the snakes were moving. I was like, what the? I started yelling. I was like, what's going on? Everything was turned, all the frog stuff was alive. That must be the same trip that Shaman does. It seemed alive to me, it was moving about. And and then I felt like really, really good. If you want to feel like you're in heaven, smoke some acid. Or whatever, right? Don't smoke it, don't take it, I'm just playing. Even though all your troubles disappear. But I said to myself, this feels too good. This is not real, it feels too good to be real. And I said to myself then, I'm never doing this again. And I never did it again. Because I knew the feeling it was too good to be real. I had no problem, no trouble, no loneliness, no nothing. But when you come off that stuff, everything's still there, it's a problem. So stay away from the drugs. I wanted to say about that is that I want you to know the ego is a spirit, is a dark spirit, and only God can take that away from you. There's no one or nothing physical nothing can take away the ego. It's a false nature that you have identified with, which is evil, and it feels like your nature, and it's not. That's why you think it's you, because it sounds like you feel it in your body, right? The loneliness, the worry, the doubt, the jealousy. It feels like you, but it's not. And nobody can take that away because it's darkness. And only the light of God can take away the darkness. And only reason you don't overcome it really fast because you are so identified with the darkness you think is you, and it's hard for you to let it go because if you don't have anything, nothing to think about, no worries, no emotion, who will I be? You think of that as an identity, and it is, but it's a false identity. It's an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's not even real, but you hold on to that illusion because when you were traumatized by your parent, you went into the illusion of your imagination. And all your life you've been thinking that it was you, and it's not. Drugs is not going to take that away. Calling somebody master, you should not call somebody master anyway. But call no man master. There's only one God, right? But it's not going away until you see it, and the light of God will cause it to go away. He will take it away, but you got to stop identifying with it because it makes you want to hold on to it. When those spirits are dying from you, you feel like you have nothing. You want to go back to it because you feel like nothing. And we're so accustomed to feeling like something. And we hunger and thirst after feelings. And that's where the problem is. Feelings are not free. You're not free when you have feelings. You're in bondage. The worst thing that has happened to you is feelings. You hold on to them for dear life. If you break up with your husband or wife, you want to fight because the feelings are not there anymore. You used to make me feel good. You used to say you love me. You used to do this. And now you yell at me. You don't love me. You really love those feelings too. Because even a negative feeling is a feeling. You got a feeling going on. You can live your life with no feelings at all. I was talking to another person, counseling with them, and they want to be a counselor. They've gone to school for it, and they want to be a drug and an alcohol counselor. And they were telling me that something like, I forgot the total percentage, but nearly 90 or maybe 90% of women have psychologists, counseling degrees. They've gone to school for that, and they're into these alcohol programs and these crazy programs, and they're telling the people that emotions are good. They're keeping the people in hell because if they don't get better. They tell the alcoholic, you are an alcoholic. And the women are like really into the emotional thing. They're pushing it. How will you get better if you stay in emotion? Emotion hasn't helped you so far. At some point, you got to realize, I'm so emotional. I'm up and down. Something is wrong with me. This is not working. I'm this old now. How come I'm still fighting for the same thing? You got to overcome emotion. And you can, if you want to. You can really drop them right now, but you love anger. Human beings love anger. And then the preachers and the Christians love anger. And they tell you Jesus was angry. They're lying on Jesus. When Jesus was angry. Because Satan tells them when Jesus was angry, hold on to your anger. That's your defense. That's your weakness. That's not your defense. Your defense is when you don't argue with people, when you don't try to prove anything to anyone. You don't owe anyone anything. That's your defense. When you stop arguing, let people think what they want. And the only way you're thinking about what they think is that you think that way of yourself. And then you try to protect it because you know something's wrong with it, and you try to protect it. Why don't you be free? You could be free just like that. Drop the ego, drop the anger, drop the thoughts, and you can have paradise right here on earth. And all of your problems are inside of you. They're not out there, they're in here. Every thought you have, every emotion you have, every worry, every doubt, every loneliness, every suicidal thought, every anger, everything is in you. It's happening in you, and you think it's happening out there. And it is, but it's happening in other people's world, but you could be free.